Today I fucked up by calling my girlfriend a broodmare while making out. Today I fucked up by calling my girlfriend a broodmare while making out. Okay, obligatory disclaimer, this was 2 days ago. Also, not exactly a FU, but I didn't know where else to post it. So, I'm in my car making out with my girlfriend in the passenger seat, which is fully reclined. I'm basically laying on top of her and we're just hugging/kissing. We pause and look at each other and she says, "You're such a stud." I made a weird face and she asked me what was wrong. I told her that I don't know why, but for some reason it feels really weird to be called a stud and I don't really like it. I told her I know it's a compliment, but I'm just not a fan. She didn't really seem to understand, so we went back to making out. A few seconds in, I put my mouth right to her ear and whisper in the sexiest voice I can muster, "You're such a broodmare." She immediately burst out laughing and we just laid there laughing like idiots for a few minutes. It was great, and I think maybe I got my point across. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by calling my girlfriend a broodmare after she called me a stud, ruining a romantic moment but actually making it a great moment. And in the shrew tradition, your next date will be to properly size her harness for the plow. Dwight approves of this. You had no business making me laugh this hard. Today I fucked up by not fucking up at all. Yeah, definitely not to F you. You two sound like you have a lot of fun together. Sounds like you have a keeper. That's not a foo, that's a hilarious win. Why does it mean broodmare? Broodmare is a female horse used specifically for breeding. Stud is what you call a male for breeding. Today I fucked up by flashing everyone at Disney World. This happened a couple years ago. It was June in Florida. It was exceptionally hot and humid. I live in the desert and this was the hottest I have ever been. Even the locals were complaining of the heat. One evening, I was walking through the Magic Kingdom with my daughter. We were headed to the Snow White roller coaster. Just as we were walking underneath the monorail, it happened, a cockroach fell off the monorail structure and landed down my shirt. I had always thought of myself as someone who would remain calm, cool, and collected in an emergency. I made fun of horror movies that had characters who had no common sense and made dumb choices. I, on the other hand, would never be a screamer. I was wrong. When catastrophe hit, all rational thoughts flew from my head. I screamed. In utter panic, I pulled the front of my shirt down to my belly button, flashing everyone in the vicinity. I madly grabbed the cockroach and flung it from my body where it landed on the face of a nearby child. She, naturally, also screamed and flung the cockroach from face. The cockroach landed on the ground and scampered away. The poor child. The poor cockroach. It was traumatic for everyone involved, except my daughter who couldn't stop laughing. Too long didn't read. A cockroach fell down my shirt at Disney World and, in a panic, I screamed and flashed everyone while I grabbed the cockroach. I then flung the cockroach away and it accidentally landed on a child's face. Edit: cockroach didn't fall from the monorail platform but from the People Mover platform. Thank you for the awards. The roach just wanted Mickey Mouse ears too. Lol. That's not a fuck up, it's an accomplishment. What makes this story even better is you hit a kid with the bug. Thank you for your story. Hell of a ride for the cockroach. So Disneyland truly is a magical place. Today I fucked up by having another girl in my bed when my GF walked in. TLDR at the bottom. Obligatory. This happened years ago. Me and my girlfriend live in shared accommodation along with 4 others, which includes another girl and a guy who both were dating each other. The girl, let's call her Lisa, is a friend, but my GF told me she gets suspicious vibes. Just these vibes. I had to study for a test and it was 10 p.m. Everybody in my house was a few houses down the street at a house party. So here I am, just finished studying in my room, and go to bed in my boxer shorts for an early start. 5 minutes later, knocking on my bedroom door. My house is still empty, so I assume it was my GF coming back from the party to see me. I get out of bed and open the door a little just to stick my head around as I'm in my boxers. I'm surprised to see Lisa is there crying at the door, mumbling about her boyfriend being a dick. I couldn't turn her away, but I wasn't smart enough to say hold on a minute while I get dressed, as there was an urgency to her voice, so said hold on, let me jump in bed and we can talk. There was a chair in my room she could sit on, or even just sit on the end of my bed. I get in bed and she comes into my bedroom and closes the door. Again, I'm so stupid and innocent, I didn't think of locking the door because I wasn't thinking of anything sexual. This is important later. She starts saying that her boyfriend is flirting with another girl and feels really sad, and can she stay here because she is lonely in her room. I do not know how it happened, but 1 minute later she somehow was laid on the top of the bed right next to me as I was sat up under the duvet. Cue my girlfriend, who I think from a previous suspicions had a spidey sense that Lisa went missing from the party and that I was in my room. She is smart. She came through the door and was just about to speak when she saw the situation. Me topless sat in my bed, I could have been naked, she couldn't tell. And Lisa lying next to me, inching closer and closer. Now I look back on it. It was at this moment I realized I fucked up, but at the same time I knew I was just being a friend who maybe is a bit dumb at context reading. I explained to my girlfriend what has happened, and I did notice Lisa automatically get a lot better and sit up and get on the end of my bed. A few words were exchanged about Lisa's boyfriend and that he is leaving the party, and Lisa leaves the room. Are you ready for the shitstorm? Well, guys, here is a difference between a girl who can trust you and a girl who cannot. My girlfriend sat on my bed and explained how that looks to me, and I should be more careful about girls, as she had mentioned about Lisa. She was a little mad, but more at Lisa, who fully knew what she was doing. I felt strange. Not that I was being used, but that was very close, and I hope any guys reading don't fall into any similar traps. It was the change in Lisa's behavior that did it for me. When my GF arrived, that I knew this was weird. I fucked up by not seeing these red flags, but it's a life lesson that if you can keep trust in people, then this will save you in the most fucked up circumstances. TLDR, I was so dumb I let a girl in my room, in bed, while I was mostly naked, and didn't even realize her intentions. Luckily my girlfriend came and kicked her out, and gave me a kindergarten teacher lesson on how things can look from other people's perspective. She handled it like a boss. My Mensa test said IQ 132, but I want a refund. Edit, my first award. Thank you a lot. It's so good to share stories and see other people's opinions. But an award is awesome too. My next story may be the time I boiled milk in a kettle at my GF's mum's house. It's a small hot circle just like an electric hob, but yeah, it makes fire, not hot chocolate. Smiley face, smiley face. Edit 2, Ty so much 3 awards now. I appreciate them, you guys must like all these stories, haha. Your GF is definitely the hero in this story. Yeah, true. She's smart. Although one time in a room full of her family, the week we met, we were playing charades. I was nervous because I wanted to set a good impression. Everyone was having a good time. GF steps up, gets a word, and announces op as a big one of these. The room went silent, then a huge roar of laughter as they all started laughing at me and GF. I went red in the face, but didn't understand. My GF asks what! Exclamation mark, what's so funny? A distant uncle mimes a big dick and she realizes her fuck up. Ego, IT says ego, and we all laugh hard. Good times. So many things missing in this story. 1. How did you do on your test? 2. What kind of duvet was it? 3. What kind of party was it? Celebration, just because, housewarming, etc. 4. What was the boyfriend's name? 5. Was there chips and dip there? If so, what kind? 6. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Thank God you didn't ask me the full speed of an adult-size male ostrich. He tossed that whole AIQ score in the too long didn't read. Trust and grace from a so like that is often overlooked or even abused. Your GF sounds like a good person. Hope you wifed her. Nope. We became like friends. I think the 3 years at university along with living together just put lots of pressure on us both, and that spark went. Trust stayed, but the spark went. I hope you married your GF.